For most of us, bread is an essential item on the weekly shopping list. Now, I'm old enough to remember when here in the UK you could buy two types of bread, brown and white. Thankfully, things have moved on and now many bakeries and even supermarkets offer a much wider range of products. There are also many artisan bakers selling their own specialist items. And this includes a Parisian baker called Louise Roget, who sells what she calls the Goldilocks loaf. Given that she's from France, you might expect her to be warped and depraved in the way that most French people are. And you'd be right, because the Goldilocks loaf has one unique ingredient: urine. Describing herself as an eco-feminist, Louise uses women's urine as the fertiliser and active ingredient in the baking process. But disturbingly, she doesn't use her own urine because that isn't nearly fucking weird enough. No, she collects other women's piss from Paris's public toilets. Nice. The reason she carries out this bizarre process is apparently to try and end the taboo about excrement. And that's a fair point because we all use the toilet. Even though several women claim that they don't. Ladies, sorry to burst your bubble, but we all know when you've used the Kazi. It's quite simple. If you place a new toilet roll on the holder next to the water closet, then when a lady uses the bathroom, upon exiting, half of that roll will have disappeared. I have no idea why women get through so much bog roll. I imagine they're just frantically wrapping it around their hand to form some sort of improvised boxing glove, lest they have to endure the horror of accidentally touching their own anus. And although I understand the importance of breaking the taboo that we all have bodily functions, is piss bread the best way to go about it? What happens next? Will some people be embarrassed about using the lavatory, so one morning you'll go down for breakfast and find that someone has shit in the cornflakes? Hi, I crapped in your breakfast cereal to make you feel more comfortable because, you know, we all have to defecate. Like I said, the lady in question is French and Europe's having a really hard time of it at the moment. The EU itself is extremely fragile. So I guess many French people are biding their time, waiting to see when and if the Germans return to form and start rolling tanks along the Champs-Élysées. But let's not forget who will benefit from Louise's urine-soaked Goldilocks loaf. Perverts! Some people gain sexual gratification from being urinated on. You dirty, dirty bastards. And if you're the sort of twisted weirdo that gets off on stuff like that, you can now take your depraved piss fetish to work with you just by making sandwiches. The Goldilocks loaf of bread, made from the contents of various Parisian women's bladders. You're in for a treat. Look at that sky. Ordinarily, I'd say something like, it looks like it's going to piss down, but given the topic of today's video, let's just say it looks like it's going to rain. I was going to do myself some fried bread when I got home. Suddenly I've gone off it. Thanks for watching.